You're late for a meeting, the Wi-Fi is down, and the only copy of the presentation is on a little stick that fits in your pocket. You plug it in, and whoosh, the file appears. It's like magic, but it's not magic. It's a flash drive. And today we're going to answer the question that's been bugging anyone who's ever stared at a tiny plastic rectangle and thought, what on earth is that thing? What is a flash drive and how does it work? A quick fire guide for the curious, the skeptical, and anyone who's ever tried to plug a USB-A connector into a USB-C port. We've all been there. We'll start by defining what a flash drive actually is, then crack open its tiny brain to see how it stores your data. After that, we'll zip through the different flavors: USB 2.0, 3.0, 3.1, USB-C, and talk speed, capacity, and the quirky little controller that keeps everything running smoothly. By the end, you'll know how to pick the right drive, how to keep it alive, and why you shouldn't use it as a keychain. Trust me, we'll get to that. What is a flash drive? In the most boring of terms, a flash drive is a small portable storage device that uses solid-state memory, specifically NAND flash memory, to hold data. But that's like saying a pizza is a circle of dough with cheese. Let's unpack it. Flash memory is non-volatile, meaning it remembers your cat photos even when you unplug it. It's the same tech inside your smartphone, your SSD, and that one game cartridge you still pretend you'll replay someday. The thing that makes a flash drive flashy is its form factor: a USB connector, Type A, Type C, or Micro B, attached to a tiny circuit board, wrapped in a plastic or metal case. It's designed to be rugged, cheap, and small enough to lose in your couch cushions. Something we've all done, probably more than once. Now, why is it called a flash drive? Because the memory inside is called flash memory, named after the process that programs the cells. It's not because it makes your files go whoosh, though that would be cool. And the term thumb drive, it's just a nickname that stuck because the early models looked a bit like a thumb. So the next time someone calls it a thumb drive, you can nod knowingly and pretend you're an insider. Fun fact, the first commercial USB flash drive hit the market in 2000, created by a company called Trek 2000. Before that, we were lugging around floppy disks, like carrying a stack of pancakes everywhere. The flash drive changed the game, and now we have tiny vaults in our pockets. If you're digging this quick fire dive into the world of flash drives, hit that like button. Your thumbs will thank you. And if you haven't already, subscribe to What Is, so you never miss a tech snack. Ring the bell, and we'll send you more answers to questions you didn't know you had. How does it work? Let's peel back the cover and see the brain. Inside every flash drive are three main parts: the NAND flash memory, a tiny controller chip, and the USB connector. Think of the NAND memory as a city of microscopic doors. Each door can be open, 0, or closed, 1, to store a bit. The doors are organized into blocks, and each block can be erased and rewritten thousands of times, well, until the magic wears off. More on that later. The controller is like the mayor. It decides where to store new files, which doors to open, and it makes sure the city doesn't get too cluttered. When you plug the drive into a USB port, your computer sees it as a removable disk. The USB interface talks to the controller, which then translates those USB signals into commands for the NAND memory. It's a bit like a translator at a United Nations summit, except the translator is about the size of a grain of rice. Now here's where the magic happens. We're leveling. The controller spreads writes across all the memory cells so that no single cell gets worn out too fast. Imagine you have a group of friends and you rotate who brings the snacks. Everyone shares the load and nobody gets stuck with the same duty every time. That's wear leveling. There's also error correction code, ECC, that catches tiny mistakes, kind of like a proofreader for your data. If a stray electron sneaks in and flips a bit, the ECC fixes it on the fly. So even though the memory is cheap, the drive is surprisingly reliable. One more thing. Trim. When you delete a file on a regular hard drive, the space is marked as free. On a flash drive, the controller can actually erase the old data blocks ahead of time, so new data can be written faster. It's like having a janitor who cleans the office before you even finish your coffee. Types, speeds, and capacities. Now that we know the inside, let's talk about the outside. Flash drives come in several flavors, each defined by the USB standard they support. USB 2.0 is the old school classic. It tops out at about 480 megabits per second in theory. Real world you'll see around 30-40 megabytes per second. It's fine for a few text documents, but if you try to move a 4K movie, you'll have time to make a sandwich. USB 3.0, also called USB 3.1 Gen 1, is the upgrade. It can hit 5 gigabits per second, roughly 500 megabytes per second, so you can blaze through a full album of high-resolution photos in seconds. Look for the blue tongue inside the port. That's the visual cue. USB 3.1 Gen 2, or USB 3.2, pushes it to 10 gigabits per second, and the newest USB 3.2 x 2 can hit 20 gigabits per second. At those speeds, you can copy a whole season of a TV show in the time it takes to microwave popcorn. And then there's USB-C. The reversible wonder. It's not a speed increase by itself, but it can support the fastest standards and also works with smartphones, tablets, and the newest laptops. No more fiddling, plug it in either way, and you're good to go. Capacities range from a meager 1 gigabyte, enough for a single MP3 album, to a massive 2 terabytes. Yes, that's 2 terabytes, enough to hold about 500,000 songs or a small library of video. As of 2026, 1 terabyte drives are becoming the sweet spot for most folks, while 2 terabyte models are for the data hoarders among us. One thing to keep in mind, the advertised capacity isn't exactly what you get. A tiny portion is reserved for the controller's firmware and wear leveling tables. So a 128 gigabytes drive might show up as 119 gigabytes on your computer. That's normal. Don't panic. Usage scenarios. Why would you need a flash drive in 2026? Let's list a few real-world scenarios. 1. Portable workspace. Run a full suite of apps. Think office tools, code editors, even a portable Linux distro, right from the drive. No need to install anything on the host machine. It's like carrying your own computer in your pocket. 2. Bootable rescue media. When Windows refuses to start, a bootable flash drive can be a lifesaver. You can load a recovery environment, run diagnostics, or even reinstall the OS 3. Media library. For those who still love physical media, a flash drive can hold a massive collection of movies, music, and photos to plug into a TV or car stereo. 4. Secure storage. Many drives include hardware encryption or a built-in keypad. Perfect for sensitive documents you don't want floating around in the cloud. 5. Gaming. Some consoles and handhelds support running games directly from a flash drive, freeing up internal storage. And let's be honest, how many of us have used a flash drive as a makeshift keychain? It's tempting, but those little connectors are delicate. If you want your data to survive, treat it like a tiny fragile creature. Don't toss it in a bag with a bunch of heavy keys. Maintenance and tips. Now that you've got the perfect flash drive, how do you keep it happy? Here are a few easy tips. 1. Eject properly. Always use the safely remove hardware option on your computer. Yanking it out while data is still writing is like ripping a book out of someone's hands mid-sentence. Bad news. 2. Avoid extreme temperatures. Flash memory hates heat and cold alike. Leaving your drive in a hot car or freezer can shorten its life. Treat it like a cat. Keep it comfortable. 3. Keep it dry. Moisture and electronics don't mix. If you drop it in a puddle, dry it off thoroughly before plugging it in again. Some people even recommend a quick rice bath. Just don't cook the drive. 4. Backup. Flash drives can fail, just like any storage. Keep at least one backup of any critical data. A good rule, if it's important, it lives in at least 2 places. 5. Format wisely. If you need to reformat, choose a file system that matches your devices. FAT32 for broad compatibility, XFAT for larger files, NTFS for Windows-only use. And always run a quick format for day-to-day use. Full format is only needed when you suspect hardware issues. One more thing, write cycles. Each memory cell can be written and erased a limited number of times, usually between 3,000 and 5,000 cycles. With modern wear leveling, you'll likely never hit that limit in normal use. But if you're constantly filling and erasing a drive every day for years, you might eventually wear it out. When that happens, the drive turns into a pricey paperweight. Let's wrap it up. A flash drive is a portable, solid-state storage device that uses NAND flash memory and a tiny controller to read and write data via a USB interface. It's non-volatile, rugged, and comes in many shapes and speeds. The key components are the memory, the controller, and the USB connector. The controller handles wear leveling, error correction, and data translation, making your little stick reliable. Different USB standards give you different speeds, and capacities range from a few gigabytes to a couple of terabytes. Use it for portable apps, bootable media, extra storage, or even secure encrypted files. Just treat it with care, eject properly, keep it dry, and back up your data. If this deep dive helped you understand the tiny tech in your pocket, give it a thumbs up. Your support keeps us making more videos like this. Subscribe to What Is if you haven't already, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a new episode. Got a question about flash drives or any other gadget? Drop it in the comments below. We love answering the curious stuff. Thanks for hanging out with me. Now go ahead, pick the right flash drive, back up your files, and maybe, just maybe, treat that little stick like the tiny powerful computer it is. See you next time.